Hi guys, my name is Nancy Loom and I am the Loom Detective. And today we're going to solve the mystery on how to make these two bracelets, which is part 2 of my videos on 10 different bracelets to make using fishtails. So this first bracelet is the 3-strand braid. It is like the same thing you do on your hair, but I just use fishtails. And then this is the 4-strand braid. You also do this on your hair. And Claire's wears lots of knots bracelet is very, very similar to this, except in this one I show you how you can have the one color going through the whole entire middle. So that is the difference. And I was inspired by Claire's wears lots of knots, and I actually use these from hair tutorials, like how to do 3-strand braid, 4-strand braid, and I just use the hair tutorials and use fishtails instead. So these aren't my own original designs, I'm just showing you guys how to make them. So I think that's it. Please like this video, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description box. And I will be putting description box links for what time frames these two are, because they're in the same video together. And then I will also put link to my Instagram and then link to the hair tutorials if I used one for these. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get on to the bracelet. So now I'm going to show you how to make the 3-strand braid. It's just like a regular braid you would do on your hair, but I'm just going to show you how to do it on fishtails for those of you who don't know how to do it. So you'll need 3 fishtails, 2 extra bands, a C-clip, and a hook is optional, but it makes everything much, much easier. And you will also need a bar pin of your loom. You'll be using one bar pin, one little pin on it. So you're going to find the cap bands of your fishtails. You're going to put them on one pin. So put the first one on, then you put the second one on, then you put the third one on. And so you can spread them out like that. The one on the bottom normally goes to the right. That's just the way it ends up going. So now I'm going to show you how to make the braid. So you're going to take this fuchsia strand, going all the way on the right, put it over the middle one, and you switch places with it. Now you're going to go to this side, and you're going to go over the fuchsia one and switch places with it. Then you're going to take this pink one, go over the white, switch places. Then you take the fuchsia, go over the pink, switch places. So really you're just taking the one on the outside and switching places with the middle one. Just put it over it. And the outside one goes over the middle. Outside one goes over the middle. Then when you get towards the end, you can twist them as far as you can. And then you're going to take your hook, put it through those bands. There we go, those bands that are on the C-clip. Then you put it through the white ones. I think I got them all. You should have 4 loops of each color on your hook. Then you're going to take the band that you're using to end it all off, and you're going to pull through all of those, which will get a little tricky because there's a lot. Okay, so I pulled through all of them. I'm going to put it back on your hook or put it wherever on your fingers and put a C-clip through it. Then gonna take the bands off the C-clips. Okay, so now I have this side ended off, and that's what the braid looks like. You can also do this in your hair if you have long hair. And so now I'm going to put my hook, in here. I'm just gonna pull it off. Then I'm gonna grab this band, pull it through my ends, put it back on the hook, then go to the other side of the bracelet. It's not focusing. Okay, go to the other side. Then you're going to put it onto this band. Right there. And that is your 3-strand braid. I hope you like it, and now let's get on to the next bracelet. So this next bracelet I'm going to show you is the 4-strand braid. It's I don't really have names for it. It's just 4-strand and then becomes a braid, because I used hair tutorials to make these, so it kind of like, that's what they're called when you do them on hair. And so I just did it on fishtails, and I'm showing you guys how to do it. But so I guess you could make up a name for it if you want. But this one's the 4-strand braid. You will be needing 4 fishtails. I like to use 3 of one color and then have another one a different color, because we're going to have this one be in the middle the whole time and the other ones be like twisting around it and stuff. So I think it looks really cool if you have one color down the middle. Then your hook makes it easier if you want to use that. You need a C-clip and 2 extra bands and a bar of your loom or your loom. Trying to see if using 1 bar works better than using a whole loom, but I'm not sure. So you're gonna find connecting bands. I'm sorry. If I seem out of sorts, it's because it's kind of early in the morning when I'm recording this, so just letting you know. And so you're gonna take the cap bands, you're gonna put on 1 peg, and if you're doing it in a certain order, like you want this one to be in the middle, then you're gonna put that one next. The bottom one always goes further to the right, and so on as you put more bands on. So you're gonna put all the cap bands on that 1 peg. Oops. So you have it like that. You want your 1 colored one to be the 3rd one. And now you're going to go over this one, and then this one, you're going to go over that one. Then this, you're going to go, you're going to go under, and then switch places with the blue. And now you're going to go over this way, and then right there. Then you're going to go under, and then switch places with the blue. So you go over, under, under, over, over, under, and then you go to the other side, under, over, over, under, under, over. And you just keep doing this till your bracelet gets too small. Your fishtails get too small to do it. And so, see, mine was loose up here and then it got tighter. It's further down. I like it tighter, so I'm just gonna quickly just redo it. I'll just show you guys how to do it again, just in case. It took me a little while to get it too. So you go over, under. I'll zoom in a little, that might help. Then you do under and over. Over, then under. Then you do under and over. So over, under, that's what you do on the left, and then you do under, over on the right. So, for wondering what the little clicking is, it's my C-clips banging against my background. Oops. You see my thing went over here? That means I did something wrong, because that's not supposed to happen. It goes under, and then over. There we go. Over, under, over. So, you can see that's how it looks now. A little tighter. And this spot got a little too tight because the bands are like this. See, this one, my fishtail was longer, so now I'm going to have to take out some of the bands, which is going to be a big pain. But that's why it's always good if your fishtails are the same size. I thought mine were, but apparently they're not. I just somehow messed up the last piece, so I'm just gonna quickly redo it. If you can't tell, I kind of like things to be perfect, though it's not always happens that way. But if I know how to fix it, then I like to fix it. So just like a little tidbit there. So, oh, I'm sorry you guys couldn't see that whole time. I'll pay more attention to that next time. So that's the 4-strand braid. We have that one in the middle. I think this is like the same as Claire's Wears Lots of Knots bracelet, but this one you have, it's woven a different way, and this one you can have the one color be in the middle the whole time. So, but I will put a tutorial, not a tutorial, a link to her video in the description box. She heavily inspired me to do this. She made that one bracelet, and it just was really cool looking. So, thought I'd try doing these ones, and now I'm making a tutorial on them. So, I have my bands like this. You can, if you want, you can try to do them a little longer. Just try to like twist them up. Not twist them up, but just so they're not just hanging out and stuff. So put your hook through the bands that are on the C-clip. I went on the wrong side for those ones. There we go. So it's going to look like a big kind of a clump. Then you're going to take a band, pull it through, which is going to be difficult. So just take it slow. You can go like one color at a time, whatever's easiest for you. Focus. Thank you. I don't know what's going on with my camera. There we go. And then you just take off the C-clips, but they always take me a little while to take off, so I'm just gonna leave them for now. I'll take them off later. And so now I go to this side, put your hook in there, grab all of those off, grab another band, pull it through those ends. Then you're going to bring it around to this side and attach it to the C-clip. And there you have the 4-strand braid